It is 18 degrees Celsius. Today is 20th of August 2025. I'm on the bus 95 towards Shepherd's Bush. And that was a cheeky turn. Oh, do you see that push bike? That is a terrible place to leave a bike. It can be very, very dangerous. I hope no one gets hurt. You can see some shops on our left hand sides, and there are residential houses on either sides of the road. We are on this bus lane, and you can see that the sign for 20, you can't drive for more than 20 miles an hour. So we are somewhere between Greenford Broadway and Costons Lane. I see a flyover right in front of us. Probably it is for A40. A40 is one of the motorways which can take you all the way to M40 and Birmingham and beyond. We are turning right here, and you can see the road is split in two ways. You're going to turn right, and I see a hotel there. Bridge Hotel. I think we're going to join the A40 now. I see a black cab on our left hand side. That's the black cab. And we're going to join the A40. And as you can see, it has 3 lanes. There's a lot of traffic. It is about 10:30, 11 in the morning, so it is not rush hour time, but you can see there's a lot of traffic. And I see 2 bridges. One is a pedestrian bridge, and the other one seems to be a railway bridge. It seems quite solid one, solid build. Probably it was built 90 or 80 years ago, or probably more than that. And by the look of that structure, it looks it's going to be with us for many, many decades. And I can see an underpass. Probably this is used for the A40, which would take you to central London. But we will be on the road held by the red lights currently. Okay, there is a sign for Ealing, Greenford, Oxford, and some more signs for Perivale Industrial Estate. I'm not sure which way we're going to go, right or left. Let's see. We are turning left. But I think it's not exactly left. We will be joining back that road, I guess. You can see the cars appearing from the underpass. And there's a sign for Perivale Station. Looks like Perivale Station is nearby. And I see another bridge, a pedestrian bridge. And there is a Mediterranean food. Looks like a restaurant. Looks like a North African restaurant because I can see Arabic letters. And someone is crossing over the bridge. The lights has turned green. And ready to go. Okay, there's a sign for Wembley and Central London. Okay, Hoover Building. And there is a restaurant called Royal Nawab. Okay, I don't know where that is. But Hoover Building was back in 1933. Around that time, it was a factory, and now it is owned by Tesco. So that factory, they used to manufacture Hoovers, and during Second World War, it was camouflaged to prevent it from German aircraft bombings, because they used to manufacture some parts for the aircrafts in that building. So it was a sensitive building. That's why they camouflaged it to avoid German bombings. So you can see there are houses on the left hand side. Not a pleasant place to live, because the constant noise of the cars. I don't know, how do they sleep? Or do you see that RAF fighter jet on that building, on the roof of that building? I'm not exactly sure why it is there, but probably for decoration purposes only. Okay, signs for Central London and Wembley. Sudbury Park Royal. It's the A40 motorway. Oh, do you see that crane? I don't know how exactly they put those heavy cranes on top of those buildings. I'm not sure, are they called crawler cranes or something else? There's another underpass, and there's a Crown Plaza, a hotel. And here on left hand side we see a lorry. It's a Royal Mail lorry carrying thousands of parcels and packages going up and down the country. So that's the construction site, and that's the crane, and that was the crane on top of that building. I'm always in awe, how do they put these heavy cranes, God knows how many tons are they, on top of those buildings. I'm not exactly sure how do they do it. It's amazing, yeah. Okay, the road is split into two ways. I think we're gonna turn right. When you're on top of these double deckers, you think that the bus is gonna hit the vehicle in front of us, but these are very, very smooth drivers, qualified, very well trained. They do a wonderful job. There's a lot of traffic all around. We are held by the red lights, and I see a supermarket right in front of us. There are plenty of shops, as you can see, and a residential area. Oh, that was a Polish supermarket. Okay, we are going straight ahead. I thought we were gonna turn left, but no. Okay, there's a sign for Central London. Obviously, we are not going to Central London. We are going towards Shepherd's Bush. but if you go straight ahead, it would take you to central London. So this is Hanger Lane Station, and the name of the bus stop is Hanger Lane Station as well. So there is a subway or tube station, and there's another hotel. It is called Premier Inn. So we have seen so far 3 hotels, quite big ones. Premier Inn, and the first one was Bridge Hotel, and there was another one as well, forgot the name. Yeah, I guess if you drive on A40 straight ahead, it would take you to central London. It's quite a cloudy day, and looks like there are two patches of clouds, like dark clouds and light clouds. And right now the sun is peeking through the clouds, lighting everything up. That's quite nice to have a bit of sunlight every now and then. You can see it is quite grim and grey, and we have another underground tube station, or subway station, some may call it. And you can see there are more cranes. Oh, there's another Park Plaza Hotel, another one. And there is a Tesla showroom. I'm not exactly sure how expensive they are, but nice to see some showrooms around. And you can see some high-rise buildings. And there's a lot of constructions all around. Okay, there's another hotel, Travel Lodge. It's a good place to have hotels, I guess, because it's not far away from central London. If you go on a push bike, or probably if you drive, depending on the traffic, if you drive, it would take you probably 10-15 minutes. But because of the traffic, it would take you much longer if you drive. But if you're on a push bike, I think it would take you probably 10-15 minutes. It's not far away from central London, so that's why you see a lot of hotels all around. And there's some residential area on the left hand side, and then you see high-rise buildings right in front of us, and you see cranes all around. There's a lot of constructions going on all around London, and most of the construction you see all around, it started from 2010 onwards, because in 2012 we had the Olympics, which attracted a lot of funding. And I also heard a lot of construction is being funded by Qatar, Kuwait, and some other Gulf nations. So there's a lot of investments coming in from those countries, from the Gulf countries. And there's another hotel, Holiday Inn. Looks, yeah. And you can see another bridge, a pedestrian bridge. The sun is peeking through the clouds, so we are having a bit of sunshine. You can see some old housing on the left hand side and some modern housing on the right in front of us. Dreams. And there is a car park, Dreams car park. And you see, these houses on the left looks like from 1930s, and these right housing. You see these houses on the left, looks like 1930s style. So Dreams, the bed specialist. If you want to buy your beds and those things, yeah, you can get it from here. And you can see modern building or modern housing on the right hand side. And now these are the old housing style. Some apartment blocks on the right, and on the left some old housings. And you can see the roads are quite busy, although it's around 11 a.m. in the morning, but it's not rush hour, but still quite busy. Look at this, yeah. I'm always amazed by the smooth driving of these bus drivers. Look at this tight spot, how it gonna turn into the main road from the bus lane. Look at that. It's a tight spot. But as I said, you know, they're very good. I don't know how do they do it, but yeah, I'm always amazed by them. Okay, there are signs for Shepherd's Bush and White City. And you can see there's a bridge like the flyover and some more construction building. This is the flyover on the right, which would take you to central London. And there is a sports pitch, a basketball sports pitch in the middle of somewhere, yeah. So we are not going to central London. Since we are going to Shepherd's Bush, we gotta turn right here. See, yeah, those are the signs. Shepherd's Bush and White City. This bus is quite shaky, you must have noticed by now. It looks like, you know, different parts of this bus are falling apart, but don't worry, we are in safe hands. And we have a cyclist right in front of us. It's not a bumpy ride, but I think it's just old bus, I guess. You can see construction. Yeah, there's the construction side. And there are plenty of buildings being constructed all around. We are approaching White City Station, and this is our last stop, and it's not far away from Westfield shopping center.